K-Pro Cow Powwow. K-Pro Cow Powwow wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Powwow wow. They wanna find the treasure, they wanna find it now. They are K-Pro and they are cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it! K-Pro Cow Powwow. K-Pro Cow Powwow wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Powwow. Marion and Indy are what they're like, although their real names are Christy and Mike. Can they pin down the treasure? They just might. Tune in to find out Monday nights. K-Pro Cow Powwow. K-Pro Cow Powwow wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Powwow.
Well, what's up, everybody? Who knows where K-Pro is? She's off doing her thing. She'll be here in a minute. Can everybody hear me okay? Let's get set up here. Yeah, bathroom break. You know what I was doing, because today's Thursday, so it's coffee with K-Pro and Cow, so I was going to get some coffee. I think I would do that ahead of time, right? Let me see if I not spill it everywhere. And put it in the microphone. There she is. All right, I want to make sure it works. Yeah, I want to make sure the audio works. We think we got the audio problems fixed, everybody. So thanks for joining us on a Thursday night. And here's my Kingdom of Saudi Arabia Starbucks mug. Go ahead.
Have an echo.
I don't hear it. Did you have the thing muted? The video? So if you guys saw the latest vlog I put up, which was Chris and the Cipher, you guys will see where we got the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia Starbucks mug. So thank you to MJM. Hopefully they're tuning in from Saudi Arabia.
Hi, everybody. I need to get my YouTube up because I had it up on my computer screen. And so I got to hear you twice, Mike, about 10 seconds apart. So,
oh, gotcha. Yeah. There is a delay, which I actually built that in.
I don't want to hear you overlapping. So
I got you.
Oh, my goodness. And now there it is.
So any of you that have been with us from the beginning, you remember this shirt. This shirt was from before the Jamie Jordan drawing. This is like the first shirt I think I ever had made. So I had to bring out the vintage Cowlazars shirt for everybody.
Nice.
All right. So how you been, Christy?
I'm good. It's been a long week, a good week. So you know that I'm in education, and it's like, can we get to the end of the term as quickly as possible? So I am ready. So it's hair on fire, and then summer made some tickets.
Oh, if you're talking, so somebody asked why can't they see the War Warm Waters? Oh, why don't they see Canyon Down artwork in the background? Mr. William, is that Ortiz? He's got one, right? You posted that you have one.
He does, and maybe some of us don't.
No, we can't hear you, Christy. What happened? What'd you do? You did something. Unplug it, plug it back in. You're doing something to your microphone.
No, we tested.
Wait, put it up, put it back down. Maybe it's muted still.
Okay. We tested this. What?
No, we don't hear you. Is it just me? Can anybody else hear? You guys do hear? Oh, I hear you. I had mine muted. Hey. That's my own little joke for K-Pro.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know what? We need to do a shout out. Who was that did like here's how to fix your mic?
Yeah, Laura. I don't want to get the name wrong.
Florida
The
Fenn, I
Fenn?
think.
Yeah,
And
thank
I
you. That
will
was a
say,
good video.
we have to at least deliver tonight because we did some testing earlier, and now I think we're good. So we can't mess up tonight. So
Right.
they all can hear us. So welcome everyone to. Let's see. This is the Thursday night coffee. You've got your coffee, right?
I got my coffee, and I got my
Huh?
Kingdom of Saudi Arabia Starbucks mug.
Yes,
So, yes.
and yes, I did see the boys. They were having, and um, my son was like, okay, I think I can figure this out. And especially, let's have Chris and I together. And I was like, oh goodness.
Oh,
So I think
Hearthstone? Yeah.
no, the
Oh.
Cipher thing. So
Oh, right. You
I
should do
think
one
we
for
could.
him now when he gets something.
I know. I got to figure that
Yeah.
out.
So for anybody that has no idea what we're talking about, it's a vlog I put up just like 2 days ago called Chris and the Cipher. So if you look in the Cowlazars videos, you'll see it. It's just kind of a
Yep.
cool thing I did with my kids. And if anybody sends us anything in the mail, the address is down below. I'm going to keep doing that. They have to find a solve a cipher to find the package. So.
Well, and one of them said we're going to jump into Forrest Fenn
Mhm.
content in a minute, but someone was saying about like every birthday you should do that. My son's
Yeah.
birthday's coming up, and I think that I'm going to get a lock because there's a magic shop that has like a bunch of
Oh,
cipher
yeah.
puzzles,
Like
and I think I'm
escape
going to
room
put
lock.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I'm going to get that, and he's going to have to break it to get into the present of choice. So,
Cool.
but he has said, and you'll love this. He says he doesn't want any presents. He wants to watch Avengers Endgame.
Endgame, yeah. Of
Because
course
the
he
guy
does.
died and this is the last one.
Spoiler free.
Oh no,
Don't-
I meant the creator.
Oh,
of the-
Stan Lee. Yeah. Stan
Stan
Lee
Lee.
died, yeah.
Yeah, you
Well, that
just
doesn't
gave
mean
me
this is
so
the
much.
last one, but yeah, Stan Lee did die. That's true. So
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna go watch a movie, which I don't like movies. Cowlazars,
So,
bribes accepted.
bribes are accepted. Super chat's on. If anybody has a question, you really want me or K-Pro to answer. And
Yeah, and you know what? I'll even answer FOIA questions because I've had a ton of them. No, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I will, but
you guys
oh, good.
can't see my WWH piece because my big head's in the way. But there's the WWH. There's the cow that Diane sent me, and then there's Fenn Principal that Davio sent me. So thanks, Davio. See, I'm gonna have to move that over so you guys can see it. But anyway, all right, let's get on to Forrest Fenn, right?
Forrest Fenn. Come on. We got to talk about Forrest Fenn. He's been a little chatterbox lately. Everybody thought him by saying something like, I'm stepping back for a while. Him and I have the same definition of stepping back. That doesn't mean he's disappearing. That doesn't mean he's gone forever. That means he just needed a little breath. We
Right.
took a breath. It actually overlapped a little. I don't know if anybody noticed that. Okay, so now we're back. So he put out let's see, Scrapbook 200. He put out Forrest Got Mail 20, and now I don't know if you noticed 20 questions with Jenny
Right.
Kyle. 200, 20, 20. See what he did there? Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. This
What?
thing on.
What?
No.
We'll see what he did. What? 20 questions? What?
20 questions, Scrapbook 20, and 200 Scrapbook. It seems
Oh,
like
I see. It's a 2-0 theme. Oh, okay.
easier thing.
I didn't
Okay.
catch that when you first said it. All right, interesting.
Well, there you have
And
it.
too far to walk. Get it? See how the 2 ties in?
And that's someone solve, and they're going, see, now I got to
Right.
get boots on the ground. Okay, so Mike's going to bring up the 20 questions. There's
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I told you earlier,
Yeah,
you be
yeah.
ready. I don't think we need to hit every single one. Everybody, I
Right.
really do
Well, we
think
can-
we have basically the same overlap of people. There's just a couple I would like to highlight. And then
Mhm.
I call it my rabbit hole. I need to go off on my rabbit hole because that's what I did today. And many of you know I'm on this whole maps kick. I think he's saying a map. And so good thing he's cute, K-Pro. Oh, I think you're talking about Mike. I don't know. Oh, are you talking about Forrest? Who's cute? I don't know who's cute. Everybody's cute. I love everybody. Anyway.
Copper Dan, what are you doing to Joel Lewicki? What happened? I don't see what was said, but are you going crazy in the chat or what? Anyway,
Oh.
you said really cow. I don't know what that's in reference to, but yeah, you put Joel in timeout. Oh, maybe that was an accident. Don't leave us, Joel, and don't sue us either. You'll be back soon.
And it says, oh, would you have messages retracted?
That's right, Joel. Behave
Okay.
yourself.
I see what you did. No, I can undo it.
No, he did it on accident. I think Copper Dan's drunk. That's all.
Oh, okay. Copper Dan, tell us your WWWH now. Okay. So
Okay.
welcome everyone. Everyone. So we don't have little songs, which I have a blast with over on AGK. So shout out to Toby and Shobi and Telby. That's
What?
their new. That's
We
yeah.
have a intro song which is better than any of their songs. Maybe we should do a
Oh my God!
competition.
There's no
Our
competition.
song, the K-Pro Cow Powwow song's the best.
You know, you boys like to do this competition thing. Toby is the grandfather of the Forrest Fenn hunt. He's like
Yeah, that's true.
he's like Al Capone. I don't know your
I meant
movie.
a friendly competition.
He's
Yeah.
like the head Kahuna, the big cheese. I don't know the name of it. So, fix that K-Pro. I don't know.
What's he talking about?
He's saying fix the banning of.
Oh, it's only
of-
300 seconds, so he'll be all right. Joel will be
Okay, go to champ. Put user in timeout again.
You're getting close to
Fix
Copper Dance.
user for- no,
Okay,
I
so
can't undo.
the
Okay.
questions are up. So did you just want me to read through them real quick and then comment on the ones you want to
Sure,
comment?
and if you guys want to stop us along the way, we can talk about some of these. I
Yeah.
have one in particular. When you get to 15, slow your roll, mister. But you
Okay.
go right ahead.
So this is on Jenny Kyle's MysteriousWritings.com website. Everybody go check that out. So she had a workshop with some children recently, and she let the children submit these 20 questions to Forrest Fenn, and here are the answers. So number 1, do you really think that kids can solve your poem? Forrest's answer: I think the smart ones have a good shot at solving it. Okay, that's just kind of a generic answer, right? If you're smart.
No,
you
he
can
was
solve it.
shouting out to my son, but keep going.
The treasure chest is cool. I like reading, and I will get some books from the library to help me solve your puzzle. What books should I get? You should get The Thrill of the Chase. And Forrest has said that there are no other hints in any other books of his.
No,
correct?
he has not said that.
He
has not
has.
Yeah.
He said that, hasn't he? I know you might not like it, but he has said it. I don't think you need any other book other than The Thrill of the Chase. It may be Too Far to Walk, and maybe Once Upon a While. But I don't think you have to use any other
he has
book.
said, yeah, all of his other books, but they're fun to read. And so
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm a fan of Forrest Fenn. I'm sorry, Mike, you're not.
Right. Well, a lot of people think Flywater, or they think The Outlaw Trail and Robert Redford's book, but
$17.
you don't need those books, guys. There's no hints in those
Codex.
books, in my opinion. All right. Number 3, I live with my grandpa, and he will take me. He can't walk very good. Can he still go and help me? And Forrest says, I hit it when I was about 80 years old, and it was not difficult for me. So people, if you're going where you need a rope and it's difficult and this, that, and the other thing, that's not it. In my opinion, it's pretty simple. You walk right to it if you can put those darn clues together. What do you think, K-Pro?
If you have scuba diving gear, if you have a this is my favorite, and you know who I'm shouting out to. If you rented a helicopter and are jumping out of it, please stop.
Yeah, what? Yeah, some people have said you need a ladder. I don't think Forrest Fenn's going up and down a ladder. The biggest question is, did Forrest Fenn walk through water? Like, some people are wearing waders, and maybe that one, because the poem seems to be water-based. But personally, I don't think he went through water either.
Well, because I hate to say, because Sean Dotson asked the question very eloquently, so he couldn't wiggle around it. Like some people don't word questions correctly, like maybe some people that you know. Sean left no wiggle room, and he's like, sorry, Sean, I can't answer that. Well, that pretty much tells you for me, I get into like that one movie where it's like the logic goes back and forth. I personally think then he should have answered it, and he would have answered it if he could say no. Now, is it a small creek that's only a couple inches deep?
Right.
Or is it? I don't think it's over a couple feet deep, but I have walked, and you're going to be in Yellowstone soon. You'll see some of the 2 or 3 feet. I mean, it's hard to walk in when the river's really going. So, yeah.
Okay. Question number 4. You said start where warm water stops, but how can warm water stop? Does it stop when it's cold? Forrest answers, those questions are part of the puzzle, and you have to figure it out. So he's not helping no smart brown-mouthed kid. Or whatever. What was I thinking? Snot nose. That's what I was thinking. He's not going to help these kids out. Basically saying figure it out like everybody else. Right?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah, that one's I call it a nothing burger.
Right. Well, it would have been interesting if Forrest Fenn would have corrected him and said, no, I didn't say where warm water stops. I said it halts. Like there's a difference, but maybe there isn't a difference. Okay, question 5. I read your poem, but don't know where the treasure is. What should I do? Read the poem a few more times and start thinking better. Another Fennism, right?
I think he's smacking us all, saying, think better, dorks.
Snot-nosed, potty-mouthed, big-gummed kids. Oh, sorry. Question number 6. We studied the Continental Divide. Now, that's a popular one. I've heard this from a couple people. We studied the Continental Divide, and I think that is the starting point. Sorry, this is not a question, but it has to be. don't know what he meant by it has to be. Forrest says the Continental Divide is a very long line in the Rocky Mountains. Start where you think you need to, ? So he didn't tell him that it's correct or not. I think he's basically saying, how is the Continental Divide a starting point when it runs the entire length of the Rocky Mountains? Start
And
where you
has
think you
nothing
need
to do with water, and you can't tip your toe in it. That's what I think he's saying. He
It
must
could
have
be.
deleted that part of the answer.
Right. All right. Question number 7. It seems plain weird to me that we can go get your treasure and have it. Will it really belong to us if we find it? And Forrest says yes, if you are strong enough to carry it. So that's interesting, right? But I mean, it makes sense. You have to be strong enough to carry it. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Nothing more.
Stop
me if you guys think that there's something to these that we need to pick apart. But right now, it's like nothing burger.
And Super Chat's probably the best way to do that. I will bring up, I heard on AGK show, a lot of people Super Chatted $1. So I'll just say if everybody in the room would Super Chat $1, maybe I could get a new headset or something. I don't know. Keep the show on the road.
The boots on the ground shoes, my friend. Hiking
that's
boots.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 8. How do you decode the poem? And Forrest says, very carefully with determination and tenacity. So that's interesting. That almost seems to me like a boots on the ground description, determination and tenacity. But
see, I took that one as just for myself. I took that one as, you know how kids are, they're a soundbite nation. So if they don't solve it in 12 seconds, they want to move on to something else. So he's like, stick with it. But that's just me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what was number 6? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Number 9. I see Brown is capitalized in your poem. Does that mean it is a man? And Forrest says that is one of the things you have to figure out for yourself. So, does it mean it's a man? Yeah, it's a good question, actually, because most kids are seeing a person's name capitalized, right? Number 10, are you rich? By some standards, yes, and by other standards, no. So, that's an interesting answer. Number 11, is it in Colorado, New Mexico, Wyoming, or Montana? And the answer is yes. So, it's in one of those 4 states, people. Breaking news right here. It's in one of those 4 states.
Yeah, we still have people that think it's not. Oh, there's Jason Dent.
Mr. Dent, thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We got our first $1 of the night.
Yeah, so I don't think, but there's still some people that think it is outside. Oh, yeah. So, okay.
Copper Dan's out of control with the band hammer. Number 12, I want to find your treasure. What should I do first? Figure out where warm waters halt. So, out of all the things he said, all the things that Forrest has said over the last 6-7 years, I would say where warm waters halt is a physical location you can find on the map. You have to figure that out first, or you don't have a shot. And to me, I think it's a named location on a map. In other words, if it is a place on a map, there's got to be a name. So that's just my opinion. Oh, Copper Dan, $7.77. Thanks, Dan.
I do not actually believe I've had a a couple months ago, I had a very heated discussion in good form of just here's a quote. We went back and forth, named or not named location. And I will say by the end of that debate, and yes, it might have been over some margaritas, I'm just saying, I'm leaning towards it's not. And that's why it's so hard to find, because I feel like if it was named, it would be easier to find than an unnamed. And if you go into Yellowstone area, there are so many unnamed springs where you can at least dip your toe in it.
But if it's unnamed, how does the little girl from India figure out the first 2 clues if she's never been here for a boots on the ground?
The poem, and it's obvious because there's a map and there's an X. You just have to marry the 2. I'll get into that in a minute.
All right. I want to find your treasure. Right. Figure out where warm waters halt. He's told us that over and over again. Number 13, Lucky 13. Is the water in your poem warm because of a hot spring or for another reason? And Forrest says probably one of those 2 reasons, but maybe not. So that's typical Fenn speak. Maybe, but maybe not. So that's a non-answer. Do you think there's treasure on Oak Island? He says yes, and the season finale of Oak Island was a big disappointment. I will say that, in my opinion. Question 15. Is all we have to do is work out what your words mean and follow them, like walk from place to place, like a scavenger hunt, or what? And he says yes, and take your map with you. Now, there's a reference to a map again.
Map.
The good map. Yeah. So I think, in my opinion, you're not figuring this out without a map. Because even if you figure out where warm waters halt, you don't know where that is in the 4 Rocky Mountains without a map. So maybe that's obvious to some people, but maybe it's not.
I mean, many people have said, he said at the beginning, all you need is a poem the book for subtle hints, and I think that was it, and a sandwich. He didn't even say you have to have a sandwich. But I think he's starting to nudge us, and I have some evidence I would like to propose to all of you.
On
Um,
tonight's show?
on tonight's show,
All
I've looked
right.
up some quotes, and one of them came from this guy. I don't know if you know him, MDC777. There's this guy that used to
The
be in the
Phantom knows who that is.
Yeah, so that was Mike's old handle, and there's some quotes that I just want to throw out. Is he starting to make us focus on map? Is that the one thing that we're missing? Is he trying to say, guys, this is obvious, but let's get through these, and then
Yeah.
that's what I want to jump into in a minute.
So Kurt Hensley in the chat says, K-Pro, WWWH has been solved. Fenn says several people have solved the first 2 clues. What do you have to say to that, Christy?
Yeah, and they know it, and then it got easier from there, and the treasure chest was recovered, and we're all wasting our time, and Forrest has confirmed it, and we're all set.
Why do you think he put his maps on eBay? It's over, people.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah, he's
sorry.
starting to sell, and he sold his toothbrush holder. I mean, once you sell your toothbrush holder, it's over. Yeah, so I agree that somebody has solved it. I don't, and he's also said they didn't know it. It sounds like some people. He has never said the first two. He said the first 2 clues and walk right by it, but he has never said that they were aware of it. So
Yeah, they weren't aware of it, and that's the problem.
But there's at least 100 searchers that say that was me.
Yeah,
that was
right.
me.
So there's 100 different where warm water's hauled. Even though 2 people have solved it, we don't know who those people are, and we don't know what they solved. So
we all have our guesses, but their opinion. Everyone has their opinion, like Mike says.
All right, here's your favorite question 15. Oh, we did that one.
No.
Yes, and take your map with you. Yeah.
Yep,
All
and
right.
I'll go into more of that in a moment.
I like question 16. You know these are from kids. Do you play Fortnite? He says, I don't even know what that is. Can you imagine Forrest Fenn playing Fortnite?
Yeah.
And if you look at the Cipher with Chris, you'll see Eric playing Fortnite at the end of that video. Question
And
17.
he's
Singing a
bopping
song.
along.
He made that up on the fly. Yeah, that's why I recorded it. I was sitting here and I looked over and I caught him toward the end of it. Okay, question 17. There are words like nigh in your poem. I'm not sure of. There are words like nigh in your poem I'm not sure of and seem old. What does nigh mean? Will I need an old dictionary or something? Use Google to help you with that one. So I think we need to Google. We need to go to Google and look up the word nigh. Basically, we just told
Well,
them to do.
the only reason this one's interesting is I started looking up. There was a lot of threads back in the day when this first came out, the first couple years. Is there a certain type of dictionary that you need, and a certain one that defines it in certain ways? If Google defines it, I put stuff into Google. I don't know if it encompasses all the different major ones. I actually went. Here's what I got. I decided, and this is from, I took this from my son. I decided to get the Student's Dictionary because I thought
cool.
it always talks about the kids. Would it be, and he says simplify. Shouldn't it be? These are ones that they don't really get into advanced definitions. They really do simplify it for it. These are definitions for a kid, basically in elementary school. So this is this is what I'm using, and so but it kind of fit, and so now he's saying no, just hit up Google. Okay.
Steve, thank you for the super chat.
They're coming everywhere.
It all goes to the show. For the cause.
You know what? Somebody who has super chatted, you got to ask a question. Ask a question you shouldn't.
I think they're super chatting because I just have you on the screen and not myself, but that might be.
Oh, I see both of them, but
yeah, that's you. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, well, it's because it's too small and it's both of us. So, okay, they want to see you, not me. Question number 17. There are words like nigh in your poem. Oh, I just read that one. They use Google to help you. Question 18. I can't drive yet, but when I can, I'm going hunting. Non sequitur. Do you think the treasure will still be there in the same place? And Forrest says it will be there if it hasn't moved for some reason. So that's another non-answer. Like, duh.
Crazy answer.
I wonder if the teacher read all these in front of the class, and for some of them they were just like, duh, of course.
Well, I thought Jenny did. That's what she did when she was there. She had everybody ask up front. And then
I didn't realize that part. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she presented to the class, and she's like, I've never been so nervous. And
that's cool.
I mean, it looks like she did fabulous, so good for her.
Almost seems like a class could be taught on this subject. Question 19. How will I know if I have the clues right before my family and me drives out to get the treasure? And Forrest very honestly says you probably won't. So in other words, you're going to have the wrong clues like everybody else so far.
Well, I think he could have done like a slap to all of us, like everybody thinks they do, but they don't. No one's found the treasure. So he could have been much more harsh. So I think he was keeping it light for the kids, for the children.
Yeah, and he could have said nobody knows for sure until you have the treasure chest. He's answered that way before in the past, too. Okay, and the last question, why did you hide the treasure in the place you did? And Forrest says, because I wanted you to go out looking for it. So there you have it.
And he said that all along.
Right.
So
Yeah. So good job by Jenny. I think that's interesting. He does mention the map again. I mean, you're not going to find this thing without a map. I mean, Forrest has said over and over again, a good map, a poem, and a good map. So.
yeah, so Marty Bird asked, did Forrest choose these questions to answer from a larger list, or were these 20
I don't know.
pre-selected questions? I don't know the answer, but I will tell you, when he was giving me words, I would ask him a whole variety of questions, like 7 or 8 of them, and then he would pick 1 or 2, and he would answer those. So my guess, just from my experience, I don't know if it's the same as Jenny. Jenny has a much longer standing relationship and has had many more questions, but my guess is probably every kid submitted something. My guess it's a much larger amount of questions, but
Right.
that's a great question for Jenny, and maybe she could clarify. She has her YouTube, Mysterious Writing, so you should definitely go and check it out. Isn't it funny how he created this hunt for people to get out of the computer out in the wild and then tells us to look at Google? But so, Steve Hagen, I agree with you, except for we can't all the time. Like us North Carolinians, you can only go boots on the ground so many times and get out in the wilderness. He knows we're all going to be doing research, so why not be doing some research where he points us to? Yeah, maybe we'll ask Jenny and see if she'll comment to it. I think it'd be great. Okay, so Mike, can you also bring up the Forrest Gets Mail 20? Because I want to kind of focus on question 15, where he says, make sure to bring your map. So that's the first kind of focus he gives to map.
You said which one? Scrapbook or
no,
mail?
not scrapbook.
Mail?
This is Forrest Gets Mail 20.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because basically this is the one, and I'm going to paraphrase, but I know you guys will hit me up for the exact quote and Mike can bring it up. This is about the blind man. There's something happening in my house.
Blind man.
We'll see what the big boom was here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, nobody's screaming. So I just want to get to the part where he talks about the map. Okay, so, well, Fred, because you can't look at a map, you certainly are at a disadvantage. I know where the treasure is hidden, but if I were blind, I couldn't go to that spot. Sorry. Thanks for listening to my book.
I think it's interesting that he shows the shadow, the picture. Now, of course, Dale could say, I picked that. He didn't tell me to.
Yeah,
but, too far to walk, shadow. Here's a shadow.
Hey, Neo Vanden, right on. Okay. Wow, super chats are coming at every turn.
Hey,
okay,
thanks,
so
Neo. That's
I'm
a new
going to
name.
get out of chat for a minute. I wanted to say thank you. So here is where I has looked up some quotes because I started thinking here is 2 different times within a couple of days that he is focusing on maps. And I know there's some people in chat that focus on maps. So so that's the first one. So and then the second one is the question 15. So someone asked, are there clues in Too Far to Walk? He says yes, because the maps are in the book. So he just said there are clues in the map, right?
Yes, but do you take that as because it shows you the search area? Is that the clue? In other words, the highlighted search area on this map, or is there something else? In other words, can you figure out where Warm Waters Halt on that map? That's the question, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to build a case here. It's not going to be as good as Justin Minotaur Marino's with his, but right. I'm case here. So in 2017, he said, I would advise new searchers to look at the clues in my poem and to marry them to a place on a map. I know we've heard that one. That one's kind of a popular one. So here's another one he said, just because he did talk about the blind and then the disabled here, I wish I had another treasure to hide in the Alps, Appalachians. The little girl in India cannot get closer than the first 2 clues. There are many disabled people who are deeply into maps and geography, and they are having a lot of fun. So I looked at that at the first time and I focused on the India part of it. But what if we're supposed to be focusing on there are many disabled people who are deeply into maps and geography and they are having a lot of fun? He didn't say whether they are able to get past the first 2 clues or not. What do you think, Mike?
Well, I look at it when I just read that at face value. To me, when he says disabled, I think he means people that can't walk. In other words, they're really not going to go out on a boots on the ground, but they're having fun just trying to figure it out using maps and Google Earth.
Yes.
For whatever reason, they're not going to go out because, they're disabled in whatever way they are. But yeah, that they're having fun nonetheless, trying to figure out
Okay.
where this is.
I'm building my story here. So he has said excellent research materials are TTOTC, Google Earth, and or a good map. So another one that is talking about, he's saying excellent research materials, not maybe required, but TTOTC, which he has said has subtle hints, and now he's saying Google Earth and map. But now it goes back to, now he says good map, which what's a good map? But it goes back to kind of what you were saying. Does he just mean that it's going to be called out on a map somewhere?
Right. So William just sent us a 99-cent super chat. So thank you, William.
Well, yeah. Okay, I don't have my chat up, so I want to say
so
thank you.
I'm gonna ask questions. Everybody's got questions. I will ask them to Capro. Go ahead.
Okay, read the blogs for entertainment. I'm going to do a pregnant pause right there. Read and the poem like you were going to put an X on a map.
So it tells you where to go. Read the poem because the poem tells you where to go. That's what an X
Why
on a
did
map
he say
does, right?
X on a map, but there's no X in the poem. There's a little side note there.
Yeah, but you've got to figure out where to go by using the poem. Right.
Yes. Okay, read the clues in my poem over and over and study maps of the Rocky Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Try to marry the two.
So if you didn't know, the good map is one of the Rocky Mountains, which is in our 4-state search area. I'm just saying there could be somebody that's looking off in Peru somewhere, or Toledo, Ohio, right? Or some other place, or Temple, Texas. He has said you need a map of the Rocky Mountains, people. It's in those 4 search states. So.
Okay. So, and this one, we're getting repetitious here, but they're all worded a little bit differently.
Mm-hmm.
Read the hints from my poem and post them on the map of the Rocky Mountains. Combine these two information. The treasure awaits the person who will find him.
Who will find him?
That's what it says. I don't know if that's a typo. Just tick the space on the map. Wanted to give the kids something to do. That was in 2017. Now, here's the interesting one because it contradicts what he just put in Forrest Gets Mail 20, in my opinion, but I want to get yours, Mike. Mm-hmm. When you wrote the poem, did you start with the first clue or the ninth? And his answer is, I knew all along where I wanted to hide the treasure, so I didn't need a map or any information to write the poem. Everything was in my head. And then he goes on from there. But didn't he just say, even I couldn't go back without a map?
Did he say without a map, or are you talking about where he said if he was blind he couldn't go back and find it?
Even he couldn't if he was blind.
But to me, if you're in the middle of the woods, even if it's somewhere where I live, if I'm blindfolded, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to find a specific point of a treasure chest. I don't think it's a clue in that. I think he's just saying I wouldn't be able to find it, blind. But he does know where it is, and what he said in that was I walked right to it. I didn't need clues. I just walked right to the location because he's always known where it is, right?
Maybe. I'm trying to think different. I'm trying to think outside the box or inside the box or whatever he says. Okay, Craig, there is no substitute for thinking and planning and observing and looking at maps unless it's the desire to keep it simple. Which kind of contradicts the whole simplify, right?
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. But I think he's saying, he said tenacity, determination. It took him 15 years. This is not an easy thing. Like he says, you're not going to find it over spring break. You're not just going to stumble upon it. It takes a lot of work to find it. Read the poem over and over and over again. Look at maps maps of Rocky Mountains over and over again.
This one, he's told me, came from a 7%er. Are you ready?
Uh-oh.
From MDC 777.
Oh, nice. I even got 7 in the name. That was my old screen name before Cowlazars was created. This was back in 2013, 2012.
So this crazy searcher said, is the map that needs to be used to discover where worms water halt found online or in paper form or both?
Isn't that an awesome question? I shouldn't have put the or both.
Brilliant question. This is what's going to break it loose, and everyone should send Mike some piece of the treasure when they find it, because this is what broke it loose.
Oh, I thought you were going to say super chat.
$1 million in super chat. What if Forrest came on and put $1 million? And I have a question.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so here is his answer. Come on now, Agent 777. A map is a map. The more detailed maps are more useful if you have the right map. But I'm not sure I needed to tell you that.
A more detailed map is most useful. So that, to me, there might be something there. He might be saying there is a map that's a detailed map. Now, how is that different from a regular map? I mean,
well, there's one map out there that Forrest put out that has features called out that others don't. Like, I mean, some of the features called out in his map is quite interesting.
Well, I look at it like this. If the poem tells us what state it's in, like, some people, the hint of rich is new and old. That's New Mexico, Old Mexico. If you have a state off of the poem, then maybe you look at a detailed map of that state to find where Warm Waters Halt. I mean, I think that makes sense. If you can find out if you believe you can determine what state just from the poem before you even look at a map. So maybe that's what the first stanza is. Maybe it narrows it down to a state. That would make sense to me. You got to narrow it down somehow. Why not the first stanza?
Okay, so I'm mixing it up here. Okay. I've decided it cannot only be Forrest Fenn, but this is also, I have a Douglas Preston quote. Oh. It says, anyway, but this book, and this is a video or an interview. I've really enjoyed reading the stories. It's kind of thing that you can dip into and read a story and then ... But as I was reading the book, I know that this is a subject that some of you are very interested in. I was realizing, boy, you could get out a map, and in fact, there is a map in the book, and you could trace where Forrest has gone from reading this book. And you know what? That's pretty big, There's a big hint right there to where his treasure might be buried. Honestly, I was thinking maybe I should do that, but no, I can't be looking for this treasure.
That's what Preston said. He can't be looking for this treasure, right?
Yep.
I wonder...
No, but he said you could get out a map, and in fact, there's a map in the book, and you could trace where Forrest has gone from reading his book.
Say that again, because it's important. Reread that sentence.
I was realizing, boy, you could get a map out, and in fact, there is a map in the book, and you could trace where Forrest has gone from reading his book. And you know what? That's pretty big. You know what? There's a big hint right there to where his treasure might be buried.
Now, is he talking about Too Far to Walk, or is he talking about Thrill the Chase, or do we know?
I would know. Oh, crap. I would know. I'm sorry that I only have pictures of everything.
Oh, okay.
I would know by
the date, right?
Yeah. If you put in map, it's the very last quote. If you go to
Terry Scant. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Pit Boss just asked in the chat, do we have a Discord channel? And no, we do not. I know there are some Forrest Fenn Discord channels out there, but no, me and K-Pro have not set one.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds exciting.
It's a way to talk through headsets. It's like think of a chat room, but voice, where everybody could talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's what we use when we play video games. The team talks to each other through Discord. It's an interesting idea, but everybody would talk over each other is the problem. So
we have that problem just with me in the room, and I apologize to everyone. Got a little carried away last show, and I will be good.
I did send the invite to Brian to come in when he's ready. So
okay, I've never heard that one before. Good, fine, okay.
All right, I'm going to Terry Scant. I'm looking it up. You said it's the last one when you put in map?
Yeah, if you put in map.
Last show I was on Terry Scant.
It's the video. It's the video one. So
map.
Oh, and you can show images and links. Okay, so here's the thing I've been thinking a lot about since this last year, the last 6 months. We're all missing something. Is he basically saying, oh, there's
hey,
Brian.
What's up, Brian?
Can't hear you.
There we go.
There you are.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm just thinking, okay, give us 1 minute before we. So I just am really focused on there's something that we're all missing. What is that?
Obviously, there is. I mean, Forrest has said there's one important thing a deep-thinking treasure searcher could figure out. Right?
And I'm thinking that it's something revolving around the map. There's a map. I know some people have their entire solves around the map. Brian P. won our last silver coin hunt. No, one.
A while
ago. He designed it. Yeah. He's going to go over it. We're going to put out 2 new hunts tonight. People are really focused on that, but we wanted to get to the Forrest Fenn portion
People
first.
are like, who the hell's Brian?
Brian's famous.
He is a coin winner. That's who Brian is.
He developed some.
Right. Okay. Go ahead, K-Pro. But yeah, obviously there's something to do with a map, right?
Yeah, I think there's something that maybe we all haven't focused on, or maybe we have, and we're keeping it super secret. And so, anytime there's a secret, I like to tell secrets. So I think, so that is my summary of. I think we need to be looking more at not at a particular map because he keeps saying a good map. So what is that? I don't know. So I just throw it out. I just thought it was fun to walk through the different quotes. I don't think anything groundbreaking, and I told people that. And so, yeah, that's what I have.
And then Christian Turner says, K-Pro, have you all talked about the new interview that was released? Jason Dent released that audio, and I have not listened to all of it. Have you had time?
No, I've listened to several people, which is great, have sent me, oh, did you see this quote? And it's at the 49-second and 50, 49 minutes, 60 seconds. And so I've been catching little pieces of it. I need to really have, oh, Brian was upset and he left it. Oh, there he is.
No, he locked up. Yeah, he's back. He's back.
Yeah, I've heard that it's fantastic. And so, well, anybody who has spent time with Forrest, God, he's just a storyteller. And I think that really shows the storytelling part, which I'm excited about. So, so yes, I will definitely be diving into it. But I do, the one thing I will say, that's a recording that I believe Forrest was aware of, that the reporter was recording that whole time. Yeah. So I think a super secret hints in there that, he wasn't aware of. I do not. Oh, I have a little dog with me now. But I do think that there's some really good nuggets in there, and that's some new information. So way to go, Jason. That's awesome.
And then last question before we get into the clues for the coin hunt. Pit Boss, do either of you think the double omegas have anything to do with the hunt? What do you think, K-Pro? The double omegas in the book?
I would have said no before he took one of them out and made Decal's mind actually explode. I was there when it happened. So I think there's something. Do I think it's the one thing we're missing and it makes everything cut loose? No, but do I think there's something there? Why did he do it? I mean, it's just, other than just to mess with us. And I don't think one of the tubers was saying, like, he just doesn't screw with us to screw with us. I think he does things for a reason that will all make sense eventually. So I think there's something there. What do you think, Mike? What do you think, Brian?
Go ahead, Brian. You're Forrest Fenn treasure hunter as well.
Correct? Oh, sure. Sure.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time looking at Warm Waters Halt. Yeah. Haven't found anything yet.
Right. Same here. And then somebody also asked, Hush Whisper says, how many of you knew each other before this treasure hunt? None of us. I met everybody through this treasure hunt, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, do I know one? No, I don't. I knew none of you.
Right.
No one. All you crazy. Well, I shouldn't say that. I had a family member who introduced me to the hunt, who is now no longer in it. But
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Brian P. has joined us. Brian P. is the one who created our latest cipher. Mindy here in Las Vegas actually called a park ranger to go look for the coin or the proxy, and that's how they found it. I think I have that right, Mindy. You can correct me if I don't. But she actually called the park, and one of the employees, she said, hey, can you go look under this bench? And they, after several attempts, they finally found it. So let me share.
Here's one of my little fur babies.
I'm going to get rid of this. Nice. We're going to share this right here. All right, so there is the crazy cipher that Brian created, but apparently it wasn't that hard because I think the coin was found in, 4 or 5 days, right?
I think maybe 3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, 3. So I don't know if you can turn your mic down, Brian, but it's a little bit loud. I'm not sure if that'll work or not. But okay, if you just want to step us through, or just speak quietly, put it that way. If you want to step us through the cipher, I also have the PDF that you sent that has a solution. Would you rather me show that one instead, or do you just want to step through it?
This will probably work.
Okay.
Shouldn't be too bad.
Okay.
So the first part is on the top left is, let's see, is my screen sharing or just yours?
Just mine. I believe just mine. You can share it if you want to. I'll stop mine if you want to share yours.
Okay. Yeah. How about if I try to share?
Okay. Give me 1 second. Boop. Okay. Go ahead. There you go.
All right. You see mine now?
Yes, we sure do.
Okay. All right. So on this cipher, first of all, yeah, I don't drink coffee, but I drink Diet Coke. That's my guilty pleasure. So cheers, I guess.
Yeah, Here's the free treasure hunt. Support people that do treasure hunts. I've said it in the past. I'll say it again.
Second thing is, I live in Columbus, and the Blue Jackets are playing right now. They're in the third period, so if I'm distracted, that's what's going on.
All right, then make it quick.
Let's see. So the very first thing is this box with numbers and colors. This is a map, and I'll get into what the map means, but I was hoping when people tried to solve this, maybe they would be distracted and try to put numbers and letters into it to try to figure out what was going on. But that's not what it was intended for. It was it's actually a map, and this brown rectangle becomes important.
Okay.
So this section right here, this is a Caesar cipher, and it's Caesar cipher +3. So it says, excellent try, but the cow says it must be harder than a simple Caesar cipher.
And I had people email that to me like, okay, something else going on.
So this is kind of a jab at Mike that all his puzzles for the Grand Adventure were way too hard, so he has to make them so hard. So that was a little bit jab at Mike. And this next section is for K-Pro. And it's also an easy, simple Caesar cipher, and it's what I've heard her say several times, which is party foul, red herring, party foul. So that's what that is. And in there's different colored letters, and some that need to be anagrammed before it's ciphered, like gold. So here's a GOLD, and also there's a purple that you don't need to cipher it. You can cipher it or anagram it from the what's not what is not hidden. Then after you decipher it and get those letters, those anagram to green, just like the color, and blue with those letters. So what I was going for here is that this section down here, this is a different cipher. What I was going for is you needed to anagram and cipher before and after with these letters down here. So to decipher these, this is a keyboard cipher, but it's a rotating keyboard cipher. So if you look at your keyboard and go I, and these two symbols here represent start left and then rotate clockwise. So if you start I with I on the keyboard left is a U, and then X up would be S, and W to the right would be E. So the first word is use, and then the 5 goes down and it's a T. So if you continue that on all the way through, let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, we talked about that. The whole thing deciphers to use the secret path that is used at the brown rectangle and link it to the GPS coordinates, Cowlazars. So that is what that decodes to. So what I want to point out is this word right here is link, and it's all capital letters. So that is a key, or that is a helper to figure out what this map is, and that word is link.
Okay.
This word here is brown, and it's capitalized, and I capitalized brown just because Forrest does, so that's the thing to do.
A little nod to Forrest, right?
Sure. So covered that. So what these letters anagram to, after you decode it, the brown letters, they anagram to Lost Woods. And Lost Woods helps you figure out this brown rectangle. Also, NES. This is before you cipher. You can see the NES here. So if you Google NES Lost Woods, it takes you to a place that helps you figure out what this map is up here. Okay.
Okay.
There's a cipher down here at this bottom right, and this says it's a keyboard another keyboard cipher, but this one is just the right. It shifts to the right every time, and it says went too far. So whenever we get to the spot and we see the sign, then we know that we went too far.
So what I liked is your upper right pictures of the rocks and the fork. That gives you the name of the park right there. I thought that was pretty clever.
Right. This is a last confirmer at the end. This section right here. So this BP, this is just my signature. This is for Brian P. And this B and this A are another hint to help you with this map. And if I bring up another screen here, that B and the A come from here, which is an old Nintendo controller, or it was the B and the A.
Which is a clue that that's what the map is for, correct? Or from.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess if next is to reveal what this map is for. And this map is for a Nintendo game called The Legends of Zelda.
Everybody knows Zelda, or at least has probably heard of it, right?
And Legend of Zelda is one of the first video games I played, and it was a lot about exploring and more so about puzzles and figuring out how to do what you want to do. So all the numbers, those are the different levels that you would go to complete the game. The hearts here are where the fairies were, where you could gain health. And the heart also points to Ohio, which means the heart of it all, or the state motto is the heart of it all. The colors are just help you confirm that you have the right map, because the colors match that very closely. This arrow is here. This is where some rocks are in the shape of an arrow, and we can get a magical sword. So let me try to bring up that map.
So this one I think may have been the hardest. Look at that Zelda map. Yeah, go ahead.
So this is the map here. So the grayed out portions that were on the Cipher were when you originally bought the game, and before you had internet and had all the answers, I had to figure out all of these blank spaces and how they worked with the game. So the game was a lot of fun for me.
How did anyone get this?
I know of at least two that were emailing me like, I know what it is, I've got to figure it out. So
yeah, but that's like the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt. Everybody has it figured out, but they'll never get it.
Yeah,
like
right.
Fenn recovered. My mind is exploding. I will say mine's going to be like an elementary school version.
Yeah, the two we're going to release tonight are not Cipher based, so everybody's watching going, what in the world? The ones tonight are a lot easier.
Oh, nice. There's more tonight.
There'll
Great.
Be two, yeah.
Two tonight. Two.
So here's the Lost Woods, and to get out of the Lost Woods, you had to do a secret path, and that secret path in the Lost Woods was northwest, southwest. So if I go back to here, and I gave a keypad, and if you want northwest, southwest using these numbers here, it would give you the correct GPS coordinates that you had to go to. So that was the big thing. If you got to Zelda, then you knew what to do in the brown square, which was go northwest, southwest, then you could get the GPS coordinates. And those GPS coordinates, there's another thing, is the background of the Cipher, this color matched the old box color. So
gotcha.
There's another kind of hint towards Zelda.
Taking it old school with this one.
Yes, very old school, I guess. And so this is the GPS coordinates. So if you type those in, and this is on a trail in Rocky Fork Metro Park.
In Ohio, correct?
Yes, in Ohio.
It's funny,
so let me zoom out a little bit.
Once we announced it, somebody was like, I'm in Ohio, and I never thought you would have hit one here, so I didn't even try. You never know what state they're going to be in, guys, so don't discount anywhere. There's Columbus, yeah.
Here's Columbus, and this zooms in. This is a town called Westerville, and it's Rocky Fork. So on the Cipher, darn it, I want this one. So this hints to the park, which is Rocky Fork.
Rocky Fork. I thought that was cool. I mean, right there it tells you Rocky Fork Park. Yeah.
So it's another confirmer. Then if you zoom down and you rotate this and look at it from the north and you look south, this will come in right here, this is the bench. So it was underneath this bench, which is what I'm trying to show with this yellow arrow here. So that's where it was. I have some pictures. This is me duct taping it, looking at it from the. Let me move this over. Yeah, from the bottom side. This was from the, I guess, from the top side that when it was underneath the bench.
K-Pro Cal 44, that was the code.
Yes. So, Moo, congrats, you found it. So, good job, Mindy from Las Vegas. You said, I think.
Yep.
And here it was underneath the bench, duct tape there, and this is kind of the facing west. This is the bench, and here was the sign that you went too far. So.
Okay.
And this is just another view of it.
And the token you used was pretty cool. It was a picture of a cow on that token.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So I have a quick question for anybody who's working on these. How many of you have your kids working on these too? So let me know if you do have your kids, because we did have a suggestion of doing an adult version. One that
that's right.
To do
An X-rated Grand Adventure. Somebody wanted an X-rated Grand Adventure of all things.
Of course, in Vegas, one of the Vegas people are like, "Have you considered this?"
Right.
But if we have mostly kids, I mean, I'm more family oriented, but I'm sure Mike.
Kids one would be cool. Yeah, I might work on that.
A kids one? No, I'm talking about the adult one. You can figure out.
Oh, the X-rated one would be easy. Yeah. But a kids one of these for kids would be cool. Of course, anybody can work on it, but it's kind of like give it to a child. They might see some things you don't.
We
that would be interesting.
Private, because we wouldn't want to have problems. But yeah, I thought that was it.
Right,
This blows my mind. Like, I look at this. I looked at it initially and just said, "Oh, I'm done." Like, let alone when you walk through it, I'm thinking, "Thank God I didn't even." Because Mike will be like, "Here it is. See how quickly you can get it to see is it going to go?" And it's like I look at it and go, Are you kidding me? And you guys get it, and in 12 seconds, Beth, she'll post, "Oh, I have the location," within 12 minutes of it being up. It's just some people's minds.
Hooli just said, "What kind of park?" Mindy didn't have to turn it into the park for 30 days. That's pretty funny.
Somebody said earlier, "Oh, she had a ranger, so is the ranger getting fired for a treasure hunting?"
I thought she said that, but you got to verify with her. But I thought she said a park employee, so that's maybe not ranger, but. Yeah. She had somebody go look for her, in other words. All right. So somebody did think there was an error in the lat long numbers, right? Remember that, Brian? Do you want to go over those? How they were supposed to generate the lat long numbers?
Real
quick? Yeah.
Well, I think the error was if you keep using this, I think they were trying to use this left and rotate clockwise cipher, but you had to go northwest, southwest. So if you went from 7 and went north, it'd be 4, and then west of the pound symbol would be 0, and continue that 8. So we need to go south. North, south would be 0, and then west of 8 would be 7. Then we would need to go north again from 4, and that would be 1, and that continued all the way through.
Okay.
The red was don't touch this or leave this alone.
Leave it alone. Okay.
Yeah.
And would those lat longs have given you the park or given you the exact bench location?
They go right to the exact bench location.
Right. Well, there it is. Okay.
Right there.
Yeah. So people just went there and saw it taped right under it, and boom, you got silver coin number. This was for number 44, I believe.
Yeah, the numbers are getting down there.
Was it number 44?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Yeah, number 44. Yeah. Yep. Cool. Good job, Brian. I like it. Brian,
I want to say thanks. Yeah, it's a lot of fun hiding something and wondering if someone's going to find it. So it's a different side for me that I haven't experienced before. It was a lot of fun. So I appreciate the opportunity.
The first one, I was like, "Oh, it's going to be found in an hour," and on day 3, I had to give out extra hints, and I'm like, "This is so the one tonight. I think it's going to be a run for it." But Mike and I walked through it, and he's like, "I don't think they're going to get it within a few minutes. It's going to take some."
So there is a mailing list, and I am going to mail out the 2 clues for our 2 different hunts when this video's over. So if you guys want on the mailing list, just email me at cowlazars@gmail.com, and I'll add you to the list. Otherwise, you do have to watch the videos in order to find the clues that are usually at the end of our videos. So, and we're going to be doing these all summer long, and when we get into those top 10 of the 2019 numbered coins, that should be pretty interesting. So yeah, Brian found a coin a couple months ago in subarctic temperatures. He went out and found one of the coins, and
Oh yeah, I still have it.
there's the proxy item.
It's
And
pretty cool. Yep.
Beth, otherwise
And
known as Genetic Blend, she's the one who created that one. And now Brian gave back and created one of his own. So I think it's awesome.
it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, thanks, Brian.
Okay. Yeah.
You can hang
Jacket's
on if
still-
you want. Huh?
Jackets are still losing, so not good.
All right. If you want to stick around, you're more than welcome to.
But
We're
if
just
you
going
want
to
to
go
focus
over.
on your game,
Yeah, if
like,
you want to get
kind
off,
of
that's
like
fine.
Mike
It's up
with
to you.
video games with
I'm going to take off. Thanks for the opportunity.
All right.
Sure.
A lot
Thanks,
of fun.
Brian. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk back to some Forrest Fenn stuff. Well, so we have the
Mhm.
Forrest Fenn, the 2 different hunts. It'll be quick, guys. You will see the 2, and then Mike's going to be
You
emailing.
want me to show those now?
Yeah, let's show
Okay.
those now, and then we'll talk about function. We'll talk about some other Forrest Fenn stuff.
Okay, not that one. Okay, so we've got 2 hunts, 2 coin hunts. The proxy items are there waiting to be found. We will say they are in 2 different states. All right, so the one is a video clue. The other is a typewritten clue. So let's look at the video clue first. This, whoops, if I do it right. This is your clue.
Jack and Jill went up the Jack and Jill went up the Jack and Jill went up the Jack and Jill went up the.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
All right, there it is. That was clue number 1, and that is for coin number 43. The proxy item is there for coin number 43. I don't see the chat, so K-Pro, if you could keep an eye on it, and then
Whoa, is what everyone's saying.
again, I'm going to email those to everybody on the email list, but you got to on the mail list, but you got to email me to get on that list. And then here is for coin hunt number 2. This is for coin number 36, our lowest coin yet.
What? We jumped down that far?
We've used all the other ones. Shannon used some in her hunt. Yeah, we
Oh.
jumped. We jumped.
Oh, this
Yep.
one's huge.
Yeah,
And this one is
one's
so
huge.
clever. The smartest treasure hunting person putting it together. The lead searcher must have put this together.
All right. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. People are going to go, I know where it is. They're going to scratch their head. Here it is.
Okay.
Don't think like the masses. 526, 315, 510, 927, 2012, MCCHR. Little Charlie is thinking like Old Forest at the spring. The devil is at the door and needs 3 things. TVLVTEKE says, get her that now. The most famous shark says, go to the end. The opposite of Young Whisper. Enter, then nigh to the home of Brown. Go all in. So it's just that easy, guys. I don't know why people aren't in their car right now trying to find it.
They are.
But
They
those are our 2 clues. You can watch this video back and pause it. If, write it down, do what you got to do. But there's a mailing list where I'm going to email them to you. So,
And all I will say is if you are just listening to this, which many people do, make sure you open the chat because the chat room is the smartest searchers in the world and they might already be given some hints.
Mhm.
I'm not saying they're right or wrong. I'm like Forrest Fenn. I will not confirm or deny.
yeah.
But
So,
these are going for money. Talk about this is like if we wanted to do $1,000 hunt, that's like some of these coins. So anyway.
total, these 50 coins, $5,000. I mean, if people were to sell all
Yeah.
50 coins one at a time, I think $5 to $10,000.
Yeah.
And thank you, Alan K, for 99-cent
Yeah,
donation.
Alan.
What was I going to say? So these are 2 proxy items. You will know what they are when you find it, and it is going to have some kind of a code. Is that right, Christy, that people have to email to us?
No. Oh no.
No code? You'll know.
Treasure hunting.
Send a picture of the proxy item. So you can't just say, I found it. We need some proof. Send a picture of the location and of the actual proxy item. You can email it to K-Pro. You can email it to me, and then we will get you your coin. So there it is. 2019 Forrest Fenn Searcher Coin Treasure Hunts all summer long. Okay.
Huge.
What else we got going on?
Okay, let's talk about function in the junction.
What's going
I
on?
hit book today. So I've got my hotel. I have got my flights. I'm coming into town. Yellowstone, West Yellowstone. Here I come. So I have not gotten this up, and I'm sorry. I will get it up on Thor. I will send it to Dale. I will get it everywhere that we can. Everyone's invited. I will get it everywhere. It'll be posted everywhere. So basically, the weekend of June, 21st, 22nd, Friday night, we're doing just a mixer. I'm still working on location.
Yeah.
Saturday morning, Forrest has wanted us to know a great place to go fishing. And so we're going to get together.
Fishing trip.
Fishing. I've never been fly fishing. I've been fishing. I've never been fly fishing. He has given a suggestion, not some suggestions. And like
He
I said
said,
before,
if you're going, this is where you got to go. So that's where
This
we're
is
going to go.
where-
We may have to hire a guide because I don't know anything about fly fishing either, but we
I
will.
know nothing.
Yeah.
And so I'm talking with some more experienced searchers of what does this look like? Do we need a boat? Do we need a this, that, the other? I will give that up as well. Maybe after, maybe before. I don't know. And then in the afternoon, we're all going to get together and we're going to head out to Ojo Caliente. You know, somebody on her birthday thought Ojo Caliente was a special place.
Oh, that's right.
We want to go back and maybe take a picture at that exact spot.
I'm not going to recreate that picture, everybody. So get that out of your mind right now. There is a
Hey.
bathtub pic floating around. That's kind of was my recreation. I think she copied me. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that evening we're going to get together at another spot. It's going to depend on the number of people. I'm going to start taking RSVPs just to get an idea. Mike and I do have a tendency to bring some gifts. We usually come with gifts, and so if you
Something.
don't RSVP, you're not going to get one of those. But then by Sunday, poof, everyone is gone. Some of you are getting there early. Some of you are staying late. I can tell you, I'm getting there early. I will be in by Wednesday, and then leaving by Sunday. I don't think, Mike, you're going to be able to get in early, but
Yeah,
some
no.
people. I think Cynthia is staying until Monday, but it's the organizing dream team. Mike, Cowlazars, K-Pro, and Cynthia. We're back together.
So Friday, June 21st, Saturday, June 22nd. If you can make it to West Yellowstone, we'll have the details on whatever the events are, and just come by and say hi. You don't have to do our events; just come by and say hi. At least
Totally
one
not
night
listening
we're going to
to
be drinking
Searchers
somewhere. So
Gone wild. Oh,
Searchers Gone
more
Wild.
than one night.
Yep.
Yeah, Searchers Gone Wild. So hopefully no one bring video, for God's sake. No one.
You need one of those hats that'll hold a couple beers. Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
Yeah, so I think there's a few that have flaked. Minnesota, Jan is still representing, but the rest of you Minnesota-ins. Oh,
Well, people can't make it.
Sunday night to get the treasure. Okay, we'll see if. Well, I might just miss you, Copper Dan.
We'll
but
leave
we'll
a coin for you, Dan. We'll see if you can find
Yeah,
it.
we are going to put down a few of the coins in various
Yep.
locations.
These silver coin hunts, there will be some in that area. We're not going to say when we're going to release the clues, but yeah, they'll be there.
Yeah, okay. 24 Cape Cow and Cynthia loose in the park. Yep. And it'll be awesome. It'll be fun. I haven't been to Yellowstone in 2 years now. Last year was in New Mexico for me, which was an amazing year. But I am excited to get back there. And this will be Mike's first official boots on the ground.
That's
for
right.
So
Not in Skechers either. I'll have some real boots that I need to break in.
Yeah, well, you're gonna need to break them in.
I know. I'm gonna go to Red Rock with them. So.
Yeah, so that'll
Yeah.
be fun. And so okay, so that's the two new hunts we did. The Bryan part we did. Function in the Junction we did. Okay, so we need to announce a winner on Thor.
Oh, that's
know
right.
that we give non-sequential coins. We just have some fun with just different ideas. If you have an idea for a treasure or a treasure, if you have an idea for a contest, we did. What is this going to be the year of? And this is the year of Great Expectations.
That's the winner. All right.
that's
Great
the winner.
Expectations.
So you need to let me know this week. You have a week to respond to me that yes, you want a coin. Some people have declined their coins and they put it back in the kitty because they've gotten one. We do have the other contest that's going on is the artwork logos for Mike and I coming together. The 24K Pro and Cowlazars coming together. There's already been some submissions, but we are going to be going for a little bit. And no, they don't, Mike.
You sure?
You know what?
I'm gonna go to the Skechers Superstore over here in Flamingo.
No,
they
they're
don't.
not. No, I will.
All right.
No. If we're partnering up for this, no, you will be going to REI or somewhere with. You know what?
What do we have
I
out
got
here? We have
I have this one covered. I'm getting you some boots.
in the Silverton, they have I can't name the store, but Silverton Casino, they have the big outdoor world. Outdoor world, is that what it's called? So I wonder if I could
Maybe
go there.
Bass Pro Shop.
It is exactly. It's a Bass Pro
Yeah.
Shop. They have ducks with the fountain and all that stuff. So Bass Pro Shop, would that be a good place to find a pair, or should I just find some from online?
You know what? How about this? How about you just not worry? I guarantee I will be to Vegas because some of you might not know I play poker, and poker is
World
going
Series
to
of
be
Poker's coming up.
I will see you before then, and I'm taking you to get some boots and some time to get them broken in.
All right. So K-Pro Cowlazars design contest for a
Yeah.
non-numbered 2019 coin. Submit your designs to K-Pro or myself, and we're going to announce the winner of that contest on Thursday, May 23rd. So you have 3 weeks to design that. We want you to sketch it out, rough
And some
outline.
people ask me, I'm an artist and I have a couple really different ideas. Is there a limit? No, there's no limit. So
submit
you
them
can
all.
Go really like kind of funny and quirky and then very, serious and other different ideas. Submit as many as you want. I think we've gotten 3 or 4 or 5 at this point, which is super, super cool. So,
but just understand, when we pick the winner, we send you a coin. We then own that design. We own that logo. We may change it. We may incorporate different logos together. We want to come up with something, that we can use. So, it'll be fun. And we'll have a video where we show all the submissions. So that should be fun.
Yeah. Okay. What else, Mike? Oh, you wanted to show some things on
eBay. Speaking of Skechers,
Ah.
apparently there's the world famous Cowlazars boots on the ground Skechers as seen in the Red Rock Canyon boots on the ground video. Was that title long enough for you? So these are the Skechers that I wore when I went on boots on the ground 5 days in a row to Red Rock to find boots on the ground's first treasure. And I put them on eBay, and this is the money I'm going to use for gear for the Yellowstone trip. So right now it's got 2 bids for $1.11. And remember I said support people that do treasure hunts. So this is one way to support. If anybody, now I don't know what you're going to do with them, but it's a pair of my old Skechers that are beat up, and maybe somebody could buy these, bring them to Function in the Junction. We give them away as a prize. I don't know. But down here is a video of that of what I did in Red Rock. So that's that one. Just putting it out there if anybody's interested. Okay, so Copper Dan has got an awesome map that's on eBay. Let's look at this one. So this is the official Too Far to Walk map from Benchmark Maps. Copper Dan has taken that, made this awesome frame, which is copper. Get it? Copper Dan. And then he put in a silver, the 2019 Forrest Fenn coin in the bottom. So this is on eBay. It's currently at $73. It's got 5 days left to go. Bid that up because that's an awesome frame. That would look good on anybody's. I'm having Copper Dan make one for myself because I want one on the wall back here. And that's there. If you just put in Forrest Fenn benchmark map, that will come up.
Okay, I gotta say, you know what, Chris Yates, I haven't known very well, but he's funny. It has been a dream of mine to own Cowlazars.
Just don't sniff them. And then somebody said I should throw my underwear in there too that I wore. Isn't that nice? Yeah. So
I'm the highest bidder for now. Oh God, if William
$1.11.
Oh my
Bring
God.
them to the function. We'll do something with them. I think we should make K-Pro drink out of them. Something. I don't know.
Oh God. No.
We have a bet where if you lose, you got to drink out of them.
Yeah. Okay. I just know you're getting pranked, and and it might just involve some shoes.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, and then the last auction on eBay is me and K-Pro put up 3 of the books. And we also added the 2019 non-numbered coin. So it's a great gift if anybody needs the books. They're brand new. This is the 2nd edition of Once Upon a While. And it's at $201 currently. It ends in 2 days. So if anybody's interested, there you go. Those are the eBay auctions. If I missed anything, email me and we'll show it in the next show. We show when people have stuff up on eBay. It's not just our stuff. So
well, and William is attempting to get banned. He has said it, and he is now really going after a moderator. He said no.
Because he has one. He already owns one. William, you already own one, so.
And Mitzi has never seen a cow in underwear, so
nice.
Just saying.
Okay. Keep your underwear. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and so last but not, do we have anything else? I wanted to end with the chest part.
I'm going to add, we still have Forrest Fenn's topographical map. And this one right here is the very last map of Colorado. And this is for Crestone Peak, Colorado. I have 2 of these. They're identical, Crestone Peak. So I'm probably going to put these on eBay because that's it. Once they're gone, there is no more. Crestone Peak Quadrangle, Colorado. So that'll be on eBay, but I'll probably do that over the weekend. So go ahead.
Okay. Well, the last one is, as you know, before Chris Jones is going to and is in the process of donating a chest to Fenbury.
Yeah.
Thor was taking the submissions. It went a little bit different. There's now a restart, and there's an email, which is, I think it's bronzechest@gmail.com. They are taking the submissions, so I have shut down that thread, just a different direction. And so I just wanted anyone that has submitted and think they're submitted on Thor, that thread's gone. And so
yeah, you have to submit to the email. Right.
Yeah, and just such an incredible prize, and we think it's awesome, and we wish everyone luck on getting that chest because it sounds like it'll be pretty incredible. So,
and whoever wins it, come on the show and show it off.
Yeah.
We'd like to see it up close. So come on if you want to, if you're lucky enough to win it. So yeah, good luck, and for everybody going to Fenbury, report back and let us know how fun it was. Because I'm going to West Yellowstone, I'm fairly confident I can't make it to Fenbury. So.
Yeah. So, and for the 10 or 12 people that have told me they're bringing the chest to function, the only thing that I ask is when you possibly do not find it, I know that's hard to believe, but when you do not find it, would you please still come, lick your wounds with us, do the walk of shame with us? I'll buy you a beer, and we will say, "Aw, next time," because it is not going
shots for everybody.
Yeah. Where do you go to resubmit? You just send an email, Dave Calvi. You just send an email to bronzechest@gmail.com.
That's it. And you give your screen name. You don't have to give your real name. You give whatever name you want, apparently. Yeah. So on the Vanetti's website, there are the rules of the contest. So you guys could check it out there. It should all be spelled out there.
Yeah. And then somebody asked, when is Fenbury? That is 4th of July weekend. They thought 4th of July weekend. Are already going that weekend.
5th, 6th, 7th, I think.
So, yeah. So how do you register for the chest giveaway? Okay, listen up, everybody. Send an email. Send an email to bronzechest@gmail.com, and that's the way that you submit. So, so that's
good luck, everybody who does that.
Really important.
I think I got that right, but check it out. Verify it first.
Bronzechest@gmail.com.
Yeah.
That looks good to me, and that's kind of all we know because we're now not really involved at all in it. We just got the word out, and that's what we're doing to help the community. So we're super excited that we were a part of that, of just getting the word out. So anyway, so I will be getting more detail in the next couple days to the function and the junction. Just know that I'll just get a couple different hotel rooms options for you. There's a campground site that's an option. And then hopefully in the next week or so, I will know exactly what hotel/bar takes crazy treasure hunters. And so I'm working on that right now. So that is all I have. You guys tell me what, anything else? There's lots of super chats, and I'm shocked there wasn't a question. You guys don't want any super
they're just showing support. That's all. Thank you for the super chats, everybody. They add up, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. I mean, Mike needs some gear. I'm like pretty hooked up because I'm a seasoned treasure hunter. Yeah. So no,
I need everything basically. So
yeah, but the good thing is, since we're going to go out together, I think we haven't fully talked about all this, but I think we're going out together. I have Jason Dent's pack that has the emergency kit in it. All that stuff I have. We just need to hook Mike up. Mike needs like boots and
anybody wants to donate anything, the address is going to be in the description of this video. Send it to me, and if you want to give me a compass or GPS or a water bottle or whatever you think I need when I go boots on the ground. I need a good camera is what I need, because I'm going to video everything, and it'll be the vlog when I get back.
You are. You always do. And you're really good about that, and I need to be better about that. So where is Fenbury? It's down. I think it's still at Hyde Park again, but I know it's down near Santa Fe is all I know.
There is a website. We'll have to figure out what the website is. There is a website people are supposed to go to get the details. We'll just have to figure out what it is.
Let me, Sled says, let Mike carry your pack.
I get to carry your pack for you? Is that how it works?
This is Sled. This is not me.
I know.
This, Mike. No, actually, I'm going to be getting back to I've been off my running routine for about 2 months, so I'm getting back to my running routine. So I'm going to be so in shape. I'm going to give you the bear spray because I might be able to outrun you by that point.
I need to get in shape. You're right.
Yeah,
Too
it'll
much
be fun.
coffee.
We have a couple of months. We're
A
going to be
Pack goat. What does that mean? A
a
pack
goat
goat.
that you take the
Oh, a goat.
and give them and then
Oh, I
you
got you. Like a mule, like a burro. Yeah, I got you.
So that's what I think she means.
Yeah.
It's Mitzi. We never know exactly what she means. It could mean something terribly different.
Can
Anyway.
you magnet fish in Yellowstone? I don't know what magnet fish is. Can you fish in Yellowstone? There's a better question.
Oh, we can definitely fish in Yellowstone.
Oh, okay. River runs through it. Wasn't that about Yellowstone, the movie, the Brad Pitt movie? I don't know. I'll have to rewatch that before the
Movies,
function
my
and the junction.
goodness. Movies, is that all we do? This is why Forrest Fenn wants you people to get away. I was shocked because when we did, about a week ago, the movie, or no, Saturday, we did the movie quotes. It really did show me I have seen very few movies. So, yeah.
KJ said, I'm going to be the mule. I get to carry everything.
Oh.
Yeah, I need a harmonica. Don't you have to have a harmonica to play music by the campfire when you go boots on the ground?
And it's really easy. You can learn it within a few seconds. So, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, everybody. I think that's it. We'll be back Monday night with a new show.
And every time we start to announce a topic a few days beforehand, Forrest, and I think I know he watches these, but I think he just kind of likes to throw a wrench in it and gives us some words and we have to change things. The last time we talked, it was supposed to be where warm waters halt. We were going to focus on that like he's told us. We haven't been able to do that, but we have lots of responses. So hopefully we'll be able to get to that Monday. But maybe he puts a scrapbook out or some words or, something big happens since then. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll definitely announce it the day before. Usually I try to hit all the Facebook forums and Thor on whatever the topic's coming up because you guys can give us some ideas on how to get the conversation started. Last but not least, if you are interested in being on a panel, I love the panels, and I will do better of listening to the panels. Please send me an email. This is my side of the house, so please send me an email at kpro3@aol.com if you are interested. And when we do have a topic, I'll throw it out to you. And if you want to be on, we'll have you on. And that's a great way to hear different perspectives of different ideas in the chase.
And I still think we need a ladies-only panel, so we'll see. If there's any ladies out there that are interested, email KPro.
Yes.
Now, somebody just said Forrest Fenn Campfire Song Contest. There's a contest for you.
We have to do, there's going to be several contests, and let's just say, and I get stopped every single time it started the Jamie drawing. I brought all the stuff that was donated, like 3/4 of it.
Oh, right.
And I got stopped in security. With those coins, I get stopped in security. We're bringing stuff. Don't you worry, and we're going to have some contests. Yeah.
And even if we just show up and all have a beer together, I mean, that's what it's about. So, yeah, in West Yellowstone.
Oh, that's so happening.
Let's just go to the Dude Motel. Just ask them in. We just look around. They know who we are. They know treasure searchers.
Number 4, like room 4.
Right.
Yeah.
So. Forrest used a segue to go from his sedan to hide the treasure. All right, everybody. We're gonna end it on the KPro Cowlazars song that everybody loves so much, and we will see you Monday night.
They're gonna jump off now.
KPro Cow Pow Wow. KPro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the KPro Cow Pow Wow Wow. They wanna find the treasure. They wanna find it now. They are KPro and they are cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it! KPro Cow Pow Wow. KPro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the KPro Cow Pow Wow. Marion and Indy are what they're like. Although their real names are Christy and Mike. Can they pin down the treasure? They just might. Tune in to find